to. Welcome back to sunny Austria. Today I have, at least for me, a very special bow review. This is completely new, made by Vegh and Bogar. I was a few weeks ago with friends at family Bogar and they had a prototype of a bow he called Buryat. I shot it and I didn't want to leave it there, but I had to because it was a prototype. Now they finalized it, and this is now the version which will be for sale. So this is the Buryat. Because it's very labor extensive, they will have a limited edition only of 30 a year. This is kind of like a thing between a Syrian, kind of like a little Manchu, a little this Yorkshire maybe, but this is called the Buryat. And this is just a beautiful bow. This one is 37 pounds. I guess you can have them from 30 to 50 or something, but you check simply later. It's still not on the website. Soon they will have it on the website. They first have to make a few more. So I have another version in only 27 pounds too, because I love this bow. Then when I was last time at Bogar, they had it ready. Wow. And they let me shoot. And of course, I directly took this bow with me because look at this bow. So you know the usual Assyrian would have the handle more like a Turkish bow. Here you have a nice, a normal grip. And look at this bow. It's black on the inside, and this red-black painting on the outside. We have this small red string, but this bow looks just phenomenal. Action wood, I guess, I don't know how you call this here, but it looks just nice. So this is what you get, folks. The price of this bow is 449 euros, free shipping in the EU. America, I think 90, and Australian stuff, but you check on the website. But you know, the awesome thing is, look at this. This bow draws 34 inches, easy. And you can shoot, not like when you have now a Manchu bow, you need 15 or 12 grain per pound. Peter Bogar said, 9 grain, maybe 8, try. This bow really, really delivers. So, I can't tell you a lot because I said it's not on the website yet. So it's the Buryat. For me it's a mixed design, but we say it's a Buryat design from the Buryat tribe. Laminated bow, I guess from 30 to 50 pounds, 34 inches, 8 to 9 grain per pound. This one is 37 pounds, 449 euros, free shipping in Europe. That's all I know for now. But you know, what matters is how does it shoot? Let's find out. So now 37 pounds at 28. I draw 33, 34 inches, so I give it 10 more pounds. So we will end up at 47 something. And I think I found the perfect arrows. These are the Tokala Long from Niora. I got them once from Peter. They are, with these nocks, 33 3/4, and they are 460 grain. So I think they are just fine for what I need. Let's see. I never shot these arrows with this bow, so let's see. But look at this. Shall I stay here or here? It doesn't matter. And this bow is fast. This is faster than many out there. So this bow, of course, because of the length and the build, you don't want to do too much torque. But you can do a little forward, and then it's working. Oh, I guess I need a thumb protector. Huh? So you see I draw now 33 inches, but easy, out of the box, this bow does it. So there is no... This is fast and precise. Where you point the arrows, and when it doesn't go, the bow tells you what you have to do. This is so hilarious. This bow is nice. Always a little challenging with the bright sun, but let's be happy that we have sun. So look at this. Almost 34-inch arrows, 460 grain, and easy to draw. This is really like a Manchu, you know, like the early compounds in the beginning. A little hard here, And then all of a sudden here, like, nothing. And look at this precision. You point there, you don't have to do anything. This is, wow. I had it not on my thumb properly. That's why I ruined this shot. So, look at this. This is, and out of the box. I didn't need one test shot when I was in Slovakia at Bogar's. Even with their prototype, I stood almost 20 meters away. Boom, center shot. Boom, center shot. This bow is just, if you look for a fancy design, you want something a little longer, because with 32 you want to draw a bit more. But this bow performs at 32 just as amazing. So you don't need to draw 34. But if you're in the range that you always reach good 32 inches, this bow really, you know, I like my Chinese bow from Bogar, which does 36 inches, but this one is a different beast. I don't have to say more, just get one. But make sure, because they said they're limited edition, only 30 per year. And that's a little more expensive. So you only adjust once for the length, distance. Ooh. Oh, you adjust twice. More powerful than you think. Oops, bad shot. But you get the point. This is just an awesome beast. You know what this bow is doing. You point there, you can draw long, and the arrow still is going there. It's really different. Let's see quickly, but the speed, I saw the measurements from Peter. Just awesome. So 460 grain, and we measured then the poundage. Oops, we're a little too close. So 180. Can do more. Yeah, 184. There's no vibration. 191, but of course you feel a little this kick like you would have from a Manchu, but not as much as from a Manchu. 195. 28. 38 pounds, yep. 30. 42. 32. 46. 50. Oh, 50 pounds at 34. So, done. Quick test. And if you're in Vienna or somewhere close to Vienna, Bogar Sport Austria has now Bogar Vegh bows. So Vegh is building most of the bows, but Bogar is the only distributor for Vegh bows right now. And this bow is just incredible. And if this one is too heavy, because you think at full draw then 50 pounds, but look at this center. Shall I split an arrow? Oh, almost. Don't want to Robin Hood them because I only have 4 left of these ones. But it's totally, this bow, just pure insane. A joy to draw. You feel, of course, a little kick because you have string bridges, but there's no 1, 2, 1, 2. This is nothing. In the handle, you feel it a little for 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. So it's such an incredible bow. Holy moly. And I was a little overexcited when I unpacked the bow, so I forgot, of course, my normal stuff I usually do. So let's see quickly. This is the things we want to know. In kilogram, this bow is not heavy. Yes, I don't know, most probably not even 400 grams. Yeah, 450, 445. But that's fine for a bow in this length, no problem. Arrow pass is narrow enough, I would say, for every kind of shooting. We are here, and it's 19 millimeters, guys, under 20 millimeter arrow pass. Of course, we have a brace height. I didn't check this one. 7.5-ish, 7 1/4, 7.5. It's just a beautiful bow. This is, I usually always tell you get one, but this one really get one. Make sure you reserve one. They have only limited capacities of this bow. And stringing, unstringing, a breeze. So there's, wow, it's just wow. So, nook to nook, I didn't measure. So, 62 inches from nook to nook. Should write it down, huh? Yeah. This is what you get, the poundage I told you. And look at this pretty bow. Extreme curves here, and then here the sear starts. But of course it's not like a straight sear like mancho. It's more like when you shoot the Assyrian, looks very similar, the Assyrian, but it's totally different because the afterburner. This is what makes this bow a jet fighter under the propeller planes. Holy moly, I only can say. Here in this direction it's still okay, but of course you need to be careful. You don't want to do torque or stuff like this, because there it's, but for what it is, it's still quite stable, so nothing to complain, so totally nothing to complain. What you get, bowstring sleeve, and I think yet no description or something, so we are here only it. No, you get a string holder, but I lost it somewhere, so you get a string holder, so we have 6 points. Handling 10, build 10, basic feel 10, draw experience 10, shooting experience 10. I don't have to make it long this time, and I mistake price value 5, because this bow is just easy to string. Despite this, you think it would be hard now. Which one is the longer one? Hard to say. I just checked what the string material is. I will write it now because I forgot it again. This is horrible with me. This is kind of fast flight. So, has a little oomph to it. Let's string it the normal way now. There you only make sure when you do this that you don't twist the bow. So you have it down there. You push straight forward, don't twist the bow. Then it works too. But I prefer the other way around, because then you don't have this angle down there on the shin. Easy to string. The handle is just nice. Arrow pass is narrow. The draw is just out of here. It's like there's almost no leg. So look at this, there's not even half an inch, and then you feel already that's going already. So there's no energy wasted. Then you have, oh, it's really, you think like, oh my God. And then here all of a sudden, oh, wait a second, easy. And this 50 pounds, they don't feel like 50 pounds, and that's incredible. But I show you now my other one, which is a 27 pound or something. So just in case you want to know, this is the string holder you get with it. That's why 1 point. I like that. And I have here the 28 pound version. And these arrows are 32.5. Nijora white, 800 spine this time, because Peter shot his one. And he said these 800 spine arrows work just fine for him. Let's see. This is even the slow poundage here. Nice. So you need to maybe do a little bit of katra with the flexing arrows like this. Oh, this is, you hear it a bit more, but this is even a 28. This is here, look, it's 28 pound at 28. Even this is a heck of fun, and the arrows don't drop a lot on a distance. So even this on a 3D parkour, no problem. So if you get one, normally they are between 30 and 40 pounds. 33, 34 or something, it's just a dream. The 37 might be too heavy for me over a 3-hour tour through a parkour, but this one I have no, this is just, and the same here, no slag, even if it's lower poundage, there's nothing, and then you feel it, and then all of a sudden like there's nothing anymore. You pull almost 40 pounds with no effort. It doesn't feel like insane. And they are, you know, usually I don't like red, but in this case I really, let it turn like this and you see the sun on it. They are really pretty with this dark action wood here, and then this contrast to this red black, and then only pure black on the inside. They are just, and the small one, look, has black string bridges, and the small one, the lighter one, and the heavier one has red string bridges. But this I don't mind, both looks just awesome. So this is, as I said already in the beginning, the Assyrian on steroids. So this is like, if you like the Assyrian design, kind of, but you think, the handle like a Turkish bow, here you have it, and you have here the booster shot. And you don't want to stop this booster shot. This is like, look at this, this is and I said even 32 inches is totally enough with this bow. So if you draw 32 inches for now, fine. Look, these arrows are 32.5. Totally no issue. I only overdraw it almost now because this bow is just a joy to draw. This is, I shoot now the heavy one with the light one. So one of the, so they are then way more than 10 grain. You don't want to put this bow down. And look at this, 34 inches, like nothing. So, Mr. Vegh, Mr. Bogar, really, I pull my hat for this bow design. That's outstanding. This is the best you can get from all. It's not as long as a Manchu. It's not, you know, I mean, the Assyrian is a nice bow, don't get me wrong, but this one is just extraordinary, and this is, I totally love this bow. So if you're out and look for something 450 euros, free shipping, totally worth it. This is up to 34 inches, I think right now, my favorite bow. I have to admit, you always ask me what is my favorite bow. If I could have only one, this would be at least in the top 5. So, thank you, Peter. Thank you, family Bogar. And what I have to tell Fruji, this bow has this just like cigar, you know, cigar. It's an insider joke. That's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next one.